Alright YouTube, for this vlog I'll be doing a Jones Beach movie pitch. This one a little more realistic-ish in terms of being an actual movie, because that's the Thunderbolts 2.0 Thunderbolts sequel movie I thought of, and admittedly I have some ideas that are in my head that are sort of racing in at once because I didn't write a script for this vlog, but I do want to show off this drawing of the roster, the 5 of the Thunderbolts 2.0. So to start, for the first guy we have Red Hulk, Ross, who was in Captain America Brave New World. I thought his character was somewhat interesting, but the movie was honestly not very good, pretty boring, and just, I don't know, not my favorite. But I could see them doing some cool things with Harrison Ford's Ross character as Red Hulk, as he's probably going to be like sort of the Yoda of the group. Funny enough, he was in Star Wars, and well, Harrison Ford was, of course, you know, not Red Hulk. But yeah, overall sort of the mentor of the group, as he's the oldest and sort of most experienced, but also has the most rage issues, as he's Red Hulk, and also sort of the most strength physically. But also he's currently in prison in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, so I think it could be cool to give him the incentive, sort of similar to Suicide Squad, which Thunderbolts is somewhat similar to the Suicide Squad, of sort of giving him, like, you know, the opportunity not to just escape or get out of prison, but also to redeem himself. And I imagine his daughter, who we see at the end of Captain America Brave New World, will also be a big incentive for him. And Deadpool, although Ryan Reynolds is good as Deadpool, I do think that they should introduce a new Deadpool. My top pick would probably be either Jensen Ackles or Chris Pine, and for reasons being that Jensen Ackles was apparently rumored for Deadpool originally before Ryan Reynolds, and although I do like Ryan's Deadpool, I think he's kind of a flat and kind of uninteresting actor, and I would like to see a new interpretation as Deadpool, but I'm sure many people don't agree. And here we have the character that I believe is Agent Venom, and I'm embarrassed to say I'm not 100% sure if that's him, but that kind of makes it even more interesting for this movie, because what I did love about the first Thunderbolts is, although it did unfortunately flop bad, I do like how they introduced characters that nobody really cared about or even really knew about, but made them super cool, which, although Agent Venom is probably not one of those characters, he's, at least for me, not a character I'm terribly familiar with, so I would be more than happy and love to see how Marvel handles him. And there we have Elektra. Whether it would be Jennifer Garner or someone new is completely up to them. I could see it going either way, because I think with the Deadpool and Wolverine's Elektra, that it could be cool to see her character sort of, I don't know how it would work with like the TVA and like how these universes are crossed over, because I'll be honest, I haven't followed Marvel extremely like close together, so sometimes there are a lot of loopholes or things I'm unfamiliar with. But either way, if they introduce someone new, that could be super cool, but also could be cool for returning. Either or works for me. But maybe, actually thinking about it, maybe a new Deadpool, same Elektra, because there have been a few Elektras but only one Deadpool, but maybe there'll be another. But serious note, if Ryan Reynolds is still Deadpool in this Thunderbolts 2.0, I'm completely okay with that. I do like him as Deadpool, and he is a good character in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but I would like to see someone new, if I'm being brutally honest. And there we have Punisher, who's going to be in Brand New Day, who, you know, speaks for itself. He's the definition of sort of an anti-hero, fallen character that is in need of redemption, and sort of a flawed character that could be great for this Thunderbolts 2.0. But I think the overall message of this Thunderbolts 2.0 would be a little shifted from sort of the lesser known characters that don't care about themselves, but more so like sort of former villains sort of trying to redeem themselves, or sort of characters that have flawed past, especially Punisher and Red Hulk. And maybe even something that could be creative is Deadpool trying to kill a lot less, because although it does make him edgy and somewhat cool to be like, you know, killing all these villains, I think Deadpool could introduce sort of a no kill rule. Would be a stretch for a character like Deadpool, but maybe he could do a lesser kill, similar to Green Arrow in the Arrow universe. And I don't know if we'll see Daredevil in Marvel Cinematic Universe, but his girl Elektra is definitely a super cool character, and I really enjoyed her in Deadpool and Wolverine, but it could be cool to see a new interpretation. Either or works for me, not to sound like a broken record. And I've heard rumors that Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man's coming back. It's seeming more and more likely for Avengers Doomsday, because I'm hearing more and more pages reporting about it. Fingers crossed, but I don't think he would fit as a Thunderbolt necessarily with the 5, but I could see him sort of being the equivalent of Bucky Barnes in the first Thunderbolts, because I'm so sad that movie flopped and we probably won't get a sequel with those same characters. But if they introduce new characters, maybe it could work. And I think overall the villain, I don't really know, but I'm curious to see what Marvel could do. So until then, thank you guys for watching. It's been a brief movie pitch. Stay tuned more soon. Hope you guys liked it. Goodbye.